I'm back. I've got coffee. Right, and we were taking this inlet manifold off, so let's carry on where we left off. Right, I'm undoing these. Typical, when you undo these, you almost always drop them. Not bad. Got 5 out of 7 without dropping. 6 out of 7. Just going to recover that one before we lose it forever. You don't want to leave it in there, because when you pick the inlet manifold up, chances are it'll fall out and end up dropping down one of the inlets. And if that happens, that really sucks. So I've undone all these, they're 10, so I've undone all of those, they're 11s, and undo this one down here, which holds the dipstick tube onto the manifold. That's a 10. How do you know it's not the original bolt? Because the original bolt was only about 6 mil long, and I've been undoing this for 5 minutes. There we go. Yeah, definitely not the original bolt. We'll replace that. And the other one is where the breather pipes come up the back of the engine and the gearbox. There's a bracket which is held on by another 10 mil. There, got that one. And last but not least, you have to remember to unplug the manifold air pressure sensor. Sensor, right, and then bit of wriggle. There we go. So with the inlet manifold removed, we got, because there's 2 inlet and 2 exhaust valves per cylinder, The inlets are here and here for the two valves. These are the glow plugs, and these are the injectors. We're going to change number 5 injector, and we're going to pull the glow plugs and put new ones in while we've got this apart. So should we do the glow plugs first? They're the ones that are, well, actually what we're going to do is we're going to pull the wires off, and then we're going to squeeze some plus gas down there. We'll pull the wires off. We'll try one. We'll put a spanner on one and see what happens, shall we? See if they come loose. So here's your new glow plug. There's a new glow plug. There's the old one down there, and this is a 10mm. And in a perfect world, what we do is we find a socket that slides over there beautifully and clears this and gives us a good sized lever to undo it with, and we hope that we don't shear it off just here, because if we do, we're in a world of pain. Right, 3/8 deep impact socket. .3/8 extension bar, 3/8 breaker. Not because we want to break it. That one's turning. That one's turning. That one's turning. 50%. Don't get excited yet. Still got another 3. That one's turning. One more. Come on, gods of spannering, be with me. Oh yes. gods of spannering love me. Now I've changed to a much shorter ratchet now, and the reason for that is I don't want to be able to put too much torque on these. If I feel them go hard, I'm going to turn them back in a quarter of a turn and spray some plus gas on them. This one's coming out all the way. Number 6 wasn't. There she is. It's the first one out. Who's got date marks on her? If they have, I can't read it. I haven't got my glasses out here. That's a plus gas one. I'll lubricate the threads a bit. It doesn't go. When you're turning a bolt, or in this case a glow plug, you've got to remember this is an aluminium head with a hard steel thread going into it, and when they're as tight as this, when you try to turn them, you're actually creating an enormous amount of heat. A very confined area, literally where, you know, within fractions of a millimetre of where the threads are binding into each other, you're creating an enormous amount of heat, and that makes them swell up. And if they swell up because they're hot and you carry on turning it, you'll lock them together, you just weld it. We don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray some plus gas into